Hello everyone. I am Crawlers and you know what? No, I'm not anything right now. I mean, you all know me as Mike right now and from the past few months and years. And honestly, there isn't much more to this, so I wanted to make a quick video that has nothing to do with anything really, mostly because I am drunk as a skunk right now, and um, but also it's because there's legitimately a few things that I wanted to say here. Now, not sure if anyone's interested in this anymore, or if anyone even continues to watch this dumpster fire of a channel that I got going on here, but here we go. So as per YouTube's newest and some would say progressively more and more unpopular and, dare I say, dickhead moves, I guess Google would be the correcter way to put it. Uh, well, as per the new rules and guidelines, some channels are getting demonetized, and that includes my channel, unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't know, depending on how you look at it. Now, yes, admittedly, this does seem like it's a bit of a cunt move on the surface of it, but actually, it doesn't really matter that all that much to me, and specifically my channel, and probably most of the smaller channels anyway, because I actually, first of all, I don't aspire to be a big channel in any way, and with fame comes at least 7 reality shows on TLC, and I just don't know if I could stay married to Kanye at this point. Now, the reason that it won't really make a flat fuck of a difference for me in particular, and I suspect for most of the other smaller channels, is because, well, I actually made insanely little money on this channel anyway, something on the order of, $4 a month. And the main reason is because I wasn't pulling in, the amount of views that those fat stacks would require. So now, I never actually made YouTube videos in order to get paid. I mean, Christ knows I get better payout selling bottle piss, but YouTube's new guidelines say that you need at least 1,000 subscribers, which I obviously do have, and uh, 4,000 hours of view times in the past 12 months to be monetized. Now, I have something like 2,500 hours of view time the past 12 months, and which is kind of why I made so little money. But a big chunk of that is kind of surprisingly a spike in views in the middle of the year from a video embedded on Reddit, I think. So realistically, I get very, very, very few views. Now, most people think that looking at YouTube channels, think that subscribers, that the number of subscribers equal the number of views, but they'd be wrong. In fact, it's like, well, you see, it's basically that 90% of the time that the views come from YouTube or Google or related videos, or from embedded videos on other sites like Reddit or forums of somewhere. So not the channel subscribers themselves. That's a very bad number to base the number of views from, and so something like, let's say, Level Cap, he has nearly 2 million subscribers now, but when he uploads a new video, they get flashed over to his, subscribers' feeds, and he immediately gets about 200,000 views, maybe, if that. Most of his views will come later on because he is embedded on other sites and forums and so on, because he probably has his own site. He has a deal with his network that embeds his videos and so on and so forth. So that's where he gets, and from Reddit, obviously, gets most of his views, because most of his views don't, they get lost in the feeds. You see, YouTube's feeds aren't perfect, and even if they were, they wouldn't, most of them would slip through the cracks anyway and not get views. So, obviously they took monetization, but I have to say this, in a way, solves a problem that's been with YouTube for a few years now. Networks partnering, you see, tiny channels with no views and very few subscribers to mostly pad their numbers and get a cut of the nearly non-existent profits. Most of these were a number of no-name networks that seem to have sprung out of nowhere, that and then misleading people into thinking that they've somehow won the lottery by partnering them up and all the while, taking something like 50% of their nearly non-existent profits, as I say. So uh, this might be a good way for YouTube to go around and start solving this issue, at least part way. Obviously, this is a very unpopular move, that, they have a ton of bad other policies too, but I'm not gonna get into those right now. What I'm saying is that this is probably a start of a move into a right direction. So, it's something that YouTube is trying to combat in other ways without directly, saying, hey, to the networks, you can't partner this channel. Now, as far as some other things that have been going on, I'm sure you did notice that I don't really upload videos anymore. If anyone even noticed that at all, honestly, I am just not feeling it, these past few months, and I've not been um, using, I've been mostly focusing my life, whatever's left of my life force, to enact some pretty fundamental changes in my life, things that, if they work out, will hopefully change my life for the better, but I will not be announcing them until just yet. Honestly, don't want to do it until I get to the finish line, because if I don't ever get there, then all this has been for nothing, and I will just be making a fool of myself in front of literally dozens of people. So I have been wasting a lot of time on this. I've been, having severe anxiety attacks, chest pains, and drinking like a fish these past few months. Because and I know that's not the best solution to this, obviously, but it's unfortunately one of the very few things that I can do right now. In other news, and this has just been come out literally out of nowhere at the end of the last year. My longtime pupper and companion dog has died, or was rather put to sleep. She was, the love of my life for the past 11 years, and she actually came to me when she was about 2 years old, and you can probably understand that this hasn't really been the kind of thing I expected, though I knew it would come eventually. Um, Daisy has, was always there for me to love me and my two younger siblings as they were, growing up. And unlike people, her love was always unconditional. She never asked for anything. She never pooped in the house, or, even if she was left alone while someone was out for hours and hours and she could care less if you had a bacon sandwich on the table right next to her. Uh, no, popcorn, she absolutely loved that shit. Popcorn and peanut butter. Um, I hope she has all the popcorn and peanut butter she wants right now. She was a good girl and the best girl that there ever was, and she should have had more love. Um, I've been, drinking pretty badly the last few months, but or years, depending on how you want to look at it. A lot of depression and anxiety issues, obviously, for me. Some of you will know that it's not easy being as disabled as I am, but mainly because, you know, weed is so expensive and hard to get, especially in illegal states, which just makes no sense. I could fill hours talking about this, but honestly, it does wonders for my physical symptoms, which are quite, ironically, quite badly exaggerated by the alcohol. But right now, I'm not in a good place in my life to, which is why I've been working long and hard to, like my, just like my bottle of vodka, I've been trying to make significant dents in my life as it stands right now, or sits rather. Unfortunately, most of the time I've been met with rather severe setbacks, people being morons, and had to plow through, miles and miles of bureaucracy that would have had even Hermes Conrad nope out of there. Now, giving up has crossed my mind more than a couple thousand times, but I'll be honest with you. A few years ago, I basically lost all affect, the kind of response that a normal human might have to situations like happiness, sadness, being afraid, you know, surprised. Really, right now I'm just trying to keep things together from coming apart really long enough for me to make changes for the better, which I'm very much hoping will happen eventually. So, and if anyone wants to stick with my channel through that or not, I don't, if you don't, that's fine. So, thanks for watching. Please rate and share this video as it helps my channel grow. Check out my other videos at the end of this one, or don't, I guess, because I don't no longer have an outro. I actually have a video on explaining why, and another, which I can't link, ironically, I guess. But remember, in Soviet Russia, YouTube subscribes you.